Hello and welcome to another exciting and inspirational edition of the Helping Hand TV show. As you know, the Helping Hand will focus on the abilities of persons with disability. H4P is 10 years old. We are bringing dignity to disability.
H4P, here for perfection. You have made changes to people's lives that you are perhaps not aware of. Every Saturday when I watch this show, I feel more heard. I feel more visible. I feel like somebody is speaking my mind. The show has brought enough evidence that these are awesome people who are doing great things. They are helping their families, institutions, churches, nation.
Remember that disability is not inability. Hello and welcome to another exciting and motivational edition of the Helping Hand TV show, where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. Like I say, you're welcome to my world where disability is not inability. Today we have a very, very special episode for you. I'll go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, I'll introduce you to my very, very special guest. You would want to watch this episode, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. And today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend. Others call her the sweet companion. And others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable. And she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samana Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Body Lotions, DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos, DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners, DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents, DV Cleaners Hand Wash, DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners, DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners, DV Cleaners Cake Soaps, and now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the top most made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners,
Nature's finest touch.
Welcome back.
You're welcome to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. Like I promised you, a very special interview with a very, very special woman, my very good friend, Regina Amanobia Dodu. But she's also known as Nana Educhumwa the First, the Tufuhima of Otubluhum. That's where I want to start from. First of all, Amanobia, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I want to be calling you Nana on this interview because you more than deserve it. Apart from the fact that you are the Tufuhima of Otubluhum, your work in the disability community is amazing. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about your Nanaship.
Okay. I was installed just during the lockdown.
Okay.
I think the lockdown came and 2 or 3 weeks later.
Oh.
Yes. It would have been a big celebration.
Yeah.
But for the lockdown.
Yeah.
And somehow I appreciate the fact that it happened around that time because it saved us a lot of, you know, funds.
Okay. Okay.
And a lot of hula baloo about being a queen mother and all that. Yes, I know. But you, I mean, you've always known me to be a very humble person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my understanding of being a queen mother is that you are there to serve your people.
Yeah.
And so you humble yourself. And in humility, you get people to do anything you want them to do. And so then your clan or your people achieve their goals.
You have to give me special permission. You know, I like blowing your horn. I want to blow it so loud. So on this episode, I'll be calling you Nana. Special permission.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Let's begin from your passion for disability work. You've done so much. Where do you get that passion from?
Well, I think it's inborn.
Okay.
You know, because when I was a child, I like helping people.
Oh.
I like doing things for people, and I loved seeing smile on people's faces when I achieved something for people's benefit.
Okay.
You know, so it's been my nature since as far as I can remember. So getting into disability wasn't anything difficult at all.
But it's stressful.
It is stressful, but then it's fulfilling.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
It's stressful, but it's fulfilling.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you see the happiness and the joy in people's faces and people's lives, and the joy of making a difference in other people's lives takes away the stress.
Yeah.
If you get where I'm coming from. I mean, the work is difficult, yes, but at the end of it, you realize that you look back and say, wow, so I did this, and somebody else got the benefit.
Wow. Amazing. H4P is 10 years old, and we are celebrating the goodness of God. On this episode, we are celebrating amazing founders. Amazing founders. I have Nana Educhungwa the first, Tufuhima of Otublohum, with me, an amazing woman, a very good friend of mine. She has done so much work in the disability community, and we are going to discuss her organization. She's the founder of Ghana Organization on Fetal Alcohol Syndrome. Nana, when I heard the name of your organization, I was surprised, because until I met you, I had not heard of that. So I really would want a lot of education today on that. But let's start with why fetal alcohol syndrome.
Okay, the zeal to go into that stemmed from my stay in the U.S.
Okay.
You know, I lived in the United States of America for close to 13 years.
Oh, I see.
And during my stay over there, I worked with persons with disability.
Okay.
I started off with the elderly.
Okay.
And then I zeroed into children with disability. A lot of the children that I dealt with had parents who had consumed alcohol during
pregnancy.
Actually, before and during, and even after pregnancy. So the effect of the pregnancy or the alcohol during pregnancy was what was manifesting in the children. And so in 2004, my father passed away, and I came home for the funeral. And at the funeral, I realized that a lot of the women and a lot of the young ladies were consuming alcohol excessively. But I didn't realize that women consumed that much alcohol until then. So when I saw the way, you know, they were drinking, then it, you know, a light went off, like, wow. So maybe we would have children like this in the system. So why don't I come back, you know, and start educating my people? So I had a job doing there. I ran like 5 group homes with persons with disability, intellectual disability, people who had epilepsy, those who have cerebral palsy, you know, the whole 9 yards when it comes to mental health. So when I went back, I decided, okay, I'm going to come down to educate my people. I might be able to.
A very difficult decision relocating.
It wasn't very difficult for me at all to decide to come home.
Okay.
My colleagues and cousins over there were surprised.
Yeah.
You know, to say, what are you going to do? You are leaving your job to go? I said, yes. I've given enough of my life to outside. Because the first time I traveled outside this country was in 1985.
Wow.
And this was in 2004. Wow. In 2007, I packed bag and baggage.
Finally.
And everybody was like, what are you going to do? What would you eat? How can you? I said, people are surviving over there. So I am also going back to survive. So I came in 2007. And then around 2000, getting to the latter part of 2007, I set up the organization with the assistance of Dr. Asiseh and Dr. Sami Ohene and Noti Dua, Angela Oforiata, you know, because they were into mental health. And so, lest I forget, I did mental health in the US as well.
Oh, I see.
So I thought, okay, you know, let's go. So with their help, I set up the organization, and then I started.
It's amazing. I'm going to go for a break. When we come back, we are going to delve deeper into FAS, fetal alcohol syndrome. Let's go for 60 Second Success. We'll be right back with my very successful special guest, Nana Educhumbwa the First. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Focus, true grit. Keep going. Keep your eyes on the prize. No stopping, because winning is not an option. It's 60 Second Success with the Bishop. Stay tuned.
Welcome to 60 Second Success with the Bishop. Today I want to talk about determination, the ability not to give up. Determination. An important ingredient in the success equation is determination, never giving up. There are many obstacles and hindrances on the path of success, and it is your determination that will create your success. If you want to be successful, don't choose easy and comfortable paths, because the harder the circumstances, the more the chances of extraordinary success. All great legends are product of hard times. They faced difficult situations, but they were more determined. Successful people know that determination makes you have the ability not to change your life alone, but also the opportunity to change your world. Successful people know that determination is needed in order to reach your destination. You can be successful. Thank you.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability on for persons with disability. Nana Educhumbwa the First, the Tufuhima of Otubluhum, is my special guest. We are talking fetal alcohol syndrome. Nana, your extract says that many people in Ghana know little or nothing about the dangers and risks involved in fetal alcohol spectrum disorders. Let's find out first, what is it all about, fetal alcohol syndrome?
Okay. Well, fetal alcohol syndrome is a brain injury that occurs when a woman drinks alcohol prenatally, before and during pregnancy.
Any amount?
You know, research has shown that there is no amount of alcohol that is safe during pregnancy.
That's serious.
That's serious. And that is one, because you do not know the resiliency of your baby.
Okay.
Two, a lot of times women do not know they are pregnant until they miss their periods.
Okay.
And by the time you miss your period, you have compromised a certain aspect of the development of your baby.
Wow.
So once you realize that you're pregnant, if you stop up to the extent that the damage has happened, it will remain there. But if you continue to consume the alcohol throughout your pregnancy, then you know that you are continuously messing up something in your child. It could be physical, it could be mentally, it could be speech-wise.
I see.
Yes. So there is no amount of alcohol that is safe during pregnancy. You see, a lot of times when somebody is pregnant, the first time they find out they are pregnant, oh, I'm pregnant, 1 month. It's not 1, it's 2. Because the counting of your pregnancy is started from your previous menses.
Okay.
Because when you go to the hospital, they'll ask you, when was the last menstrual period? And that would be the previous one before the one you missed. So that makes it 2. So by the time you realize that you are pregnant, yes, it's 4 weeks, but the baby is 8 weeks.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
So around the time, the brain is the first thing that forms when you're pregnant. So when the brain forms, then the spinal cord also comes in. And the spinal cord serves as the like electrify the wires.
Okay.
So the brain puts all the information through the wires through before it comes to the body.
Okay.
So that's the central nervous system.
Yeah.
You get me? So when that is formed, then that then starts telling the rest of the body, you have to come out. And the body comes in different stages.
Yeah.
You understand? Your eyes will come before the nose, before the mouth and the ear. So at every given time, there is a development of the baby going on.
Yeah.
So depending on where you are within the pregnancy, the compromise will come. Now it comes in the brain.
Okay.
Because the brain is what tells the body it is time for your arm to come. So the arm will come. So if the part of the brain that tells the body your arm is ready to come, you take the alcohol at that time. You cook the brain. See, the brain matter is like egg yolk.
Okay.
So when you pour the alcohol on it, it coagulates. In protein, it's all protein, and protein coagulates when you put the alcohol on it. So then when that happens, whatever information that has to go from that side to the body is compromised. So then there's a halt in the development of that baby. Okay? The rest of whatever it is, the development is still continuing. So if at that time you had stopped consuming, the rest of the body will develop nicely, normally.
Okay.
You can only have a little bit of, you know, disability somewhere, but it will not be the whole. But when the whole 9 yards of the body is compromised, then you have a lot of issues.
Nana, at this point, let's talk about some of the symptoms. How would we identify
somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. Physically, it's usually on the face. You have a child or an individual with, you see how your mouth is like this? Theirs is flat. You don't see the philtrum. It's what we call the philtrum. Okay? And the distance from here to there is usually long. They have flat nose bridge. They don't have the nose bridge. The ear is way back and like sticking out. You understand? So And then they usually have small heads. Their heads usually is almost like an egg shape.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
And then their eyes are like a sheepish,
okay,
with round eyeballs in there. See how ours are symmetrical, theirs is not like that. So that's the physical aspect of it. So when you see that person, you know that, hey, this person has FAS.
okay,
Occasionally, you would not see, or a lot of times you will not see the facial features.
okay,
Okay? But the behavioral symptoms
okay,
is what then determines whether the person has FAS
okay,
or not. You understand?
okay,
And a lot of times FAS doesn't come with just FAS, but it comes with ADHD, attention deficit disorder. It comes
So
with
learning
a
disabilities.
whole lot of disabilities.
okay, okay,
You understand? You can have one person who has everything, the whole 9 yards. But you can have somebody who have just a little bit of it
okay. So the
and other
spectrum,
things.
like
So
you're
that's
saying.
where the spectrums
Okay.
and the fetal alcohol effect, ADHD and all that, everything.
Wow.
But the full-blown one is the one who has the fetal alcohol syndrome.
Okay,
They will have the facial features and they will have the behavioral issues. Sometimes they will drool at the mouth.
oh really?
Oh yes. Sometimes they are not able to, their speech doesn't come out properly. And sometimes they, you know, as early as 8 months plus, you see they cry a lot.
Okay,
They don't feed properly.
okay,
When they are babies, they don't feed properly because a part of the brain that tells the baby you have to suckle the breast is compromised. So you see that the baby is not able to suck the breast.
so if a
very
mother
much.
sees these symptoms, they have to report straight to
Oh
the
yes, you have to go to, when you go to antenatal clinics and you see some of these things, you should report.
okay,
Now sometimes a nurse will tell you, oh, some of these children delay, and I've heard that a lot. So they delay to come, but they're trying obey. But when you see that at a certain point in time, because there are times that babies should be doing certain things.
yeah, the milestones.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if the time has come, it has passed, and it has passed, and still your child is not doing those things, you
have to
need
take it
to talk to
serious. Okay.
your doctor.
Okay. Let me cross over to Elorm for a spot of music, and we'll come back and we'll have more education from Nana. This is interesting. I'm really being educated. Nana, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So Elorm, take it away. We'll have a spot of music. We'll be right back.
It's the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show.
We bless you, Lord. Hallelujah. Meti wanasika na mediri brewo. Metewo na Semana wasia na mayo siafo mede wasidaka menyamye mede wasidaka mede wasidaka mede wasidaka masia meti wakwane mejefo semana wasia na mayo siafo nyabie meya everywhere nyabie metumpana everywhere nyabie meya everywhere sema dawasia na mayo siafo nyabie nyabie meya everywhere nyabie metumpana everywhere nyabie nyabie meya everywhere sema dawasia na mayo siafo sema dawasia na mayo siafo sema dawasia na mayo siafo.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. Nana is still giving us a lot of information, a lot of education. And Nana, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I'm looking at the extract you gave me here, more of the symptoms. You talked about the poor coordination or balance, intellectual disability, learning disorders, poor memory.
Yes. That's one of the biggest part of the disability, okay? You can tell the child, Ekuya, go to the kitchen and bring me the knife. Okay. She runs to the kitchen. She gets to the kitchen.
She has forgotten.
Why did I come here?
Oh my goodness.
She's forgotten. It's not because she's purposely doing it, but she has forgotten.
And if you don't know, you beat the child up.
Exactly. A lot of children get beaten because of that. You know, they send them to go and buy things. Buy a tomato, 10 cedis, and onion, 2 cedis. She'll go and buy it, all right. But then she'll forget to take the change. She'll come home without the change. You get me? It's the same thing when the child is in the classroom. And teacher is saying 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2, 4. 2 + 2, 4. 1 + 1, nah. It's forgotten. You see? So children with FAS is a repetitive way. You have to repeat and repeat and repeat. It's not like they are doing it purposely. A lot of times we insult them. You know, we insult them without understanding their predicament. But once we know that this child has this disability, when that is happening, you know, you kind of walk them through, you pat them on the back. It's okay. It's okay. It happens sometimes. You understand? And with that, you gain the trust of the child. Once the child trusts you, anything you want them to do, they will do for you.
Now, there's a burning question in my mind. you are saying women shouldn't drink. I'm sure a lot of women are not happy with you. The question is, what if the woman who is pregnant can't stop drinking?
There are women like that. It is what we call craving.
Okay.
Every woman craves for something during pregnancy.
Okay.
But you as an individual, you have to think about the child in your tummy.
Okay.
What kind of child do I want to have?
Yeah.
So if you understand that taking the alcohol is not good for your child, a lot of people know it's not good for my child.
But they don't know
But what
exactly
it does,
exactly.
they don't know.
Yeah. So hearing you now,
You know? So once you know that this is what happens to the child,
yeah.
is that what you want for your child? Then you as a mother would have to make a decision. A lot of women are also alcoholics.
Yeah.
Try going back to their history. You realize that their mothers might have taken alcohol before they were born.
Okay.
Now, once you're giving the child alcohol in the stomach, and the child is born,
They grow up to be that?
so no way, before they grow up, the child is born. You've been giving him alcohol. Then when the child is born, you say breast milk. Who told you that?
Okay. Okay.
And that explains why they have difficulty in suckling the breast.
I see.
Because a part of the brain that tells them that now it's breast milk time, you've compromised the brain.
Okay.
So they have difficulty in suckling the breast. And they tend to cry a lot. They cry, you see that their mouth is shaking. It's because they are having withdrawals symptoms from the alcohol you gave them before.
That's difficult.
Granted, they go through that. They learn to suckle. They grow up. They are not drinking alcohol. Okay? So everything is fine. Then they get to 15, 16. Their friends invite them to a party. Then they take alcohol. Bing! The light goes off. I know this one. This one I know. And then the alcoholism starts.
Wow.
See that they can't stop drinking. Then they become alcoholics.
If you're not careful, you would attribute it to spiritual causes.
I was just going to say that somebody would then say, oh, wait, the grandmother over there or the growers in the yam.
Yeah.
Grandmother didn't do that to you when you were a child. Now that you've grown to become a human being, to build a house for grandma, then grandma is putting grower in your stomach. Come on.
My goodness.
When you look at our alcohol bottles these days, you realize that they have do not drink when you are pregnant.
Okay.
They have it labeled.
Okay.
That was my biggest focus.
Okay.
And I got it done.
Wow. Congratulations.
You know?
Wow.
And because before, our alcoholic beverages didn't have that warning.
Caution. Okay.
And the idea is this. You put the warning there. You warn them. Alcohol, yes, you can have it. But when you're pregnant, don't drink it. So the person who is going to drink then makes an informed, that is what we call it, informed decision.
Okay.
So then when something happens to your child, you cannot go and blame the alcoholic company or any witch or any grandmother anywhere. Then you know that you are the cause of your child's predicament.
Amazing. Well, H4P is 10 years old. We are celebrating the goodness of God, and we are celebrating amazing founders. Nana is a founder of the organization that deals with fetal alcohol syndrome. We'll go for H4P Show Time. When we come back, we'll wrap up with Nana.
H4P, celebrating 10 years of bringing dignity to disability. Hooray! It's H4P Show Time.
So what time did you come and nobody told me?
Sweetheart. Wow. And you look so beautiful. Hey,
Thank you.
Do you know how gorgeous, beauteous, and aesthetic you look? Oh, baby girl, I put it to you. You look pulcry to the nose. Grandiose and Junesque. Rabna, you won't believe how much I love Mamiesi. Yes, you see, words cannot express the love I have for this beautiful angel who left heaven just for someone like moi, Abednego Abebingo Jr.
I see.
You know, Rabna, I feel so blessed and so proud to be the proud owner of her beautiful heart. Oh, Mamiesi. Rabna, you see, I put it to you that Mamiesi is bombastically the paragon, the Eidolon, and the non-pariel of beauty and love. Before I met Mamiesi, I never knew what it was like to be able to look at someone in the face and smile for no reason.
Don't you think you should reserve this and tell Mommy when you are alone with her?
You see, the kind of love I have for Mamiesi is not superficial nor ephemeral, but eternal. Yes, you see, it's not only what I feel for her, but more of what I don't feel for anyone else but Mamiesi.
Purchase copies of the H4P Melodrama DVDs today. Contact H4P on +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338. All sales are for the promotion of our disability advocacy, so grab your copies now. It's H4P Show Time. It's 10 years of bringing dignity to disability. H4P Ajiko.
You are welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. My very special guest, Nana, is still with us. We are about wrapping up, but Nana, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
The education is incredible. Thank you so much. If someone has FAS, what would you advise?
If you have a child with FAS, my advice is for you to take time to know your child. Know the ability of your child. Know what your child needs. The word is understanding your child's disability. You need to understand your child that when they do certain things, they don't do it because they want to do it, but because the part of the brain that tells them right from wrong has been compromised. So for them, right is wrong and wrong is right. You need to take your time to correct them. Work with them. You know, it says exist with them. You coexist with them until they can self-exist. Which means you teach them over and over and over again until they get it. Then you move away to the next step. Then you start teaching. And then you come back. You teach from where you left off, continue to where you have reached. Keep doing that until they get used to first, second, then you go third, you come back to one. So that's how you go with a lot of patience. And please, don't beat them. for God's sake, do not beat them. If you send a child several times and the child is coming back doing the wrong thing, and yes, there's something wrong. And whatever is wrong, no, you cannot correct, but you can teach. You can,
manage,
cajole the person, manage the person, coax the person. No, because if you start being aggressive with them, they coil in. And a lot of children or a lot of individuals who end up suicidal have this fetal alcohol syndrome because they have very low self-esteem. So you have to help them build their self-esteem. Make them feel important. Don't put them down always. And at the end of the day, no, in the effort to prove to you that they can do what you said, they might end up hurting themselves. So I beg, please, patience, patience, and more patience.
So now, finally, if somebody wants to get in touch with your organization, how would they do that?
If anybody have any question about FAS, they can reach me on my personal number, which is 027-517-0956. And if you need me to direct you to a health practitioner, I'll do that. I'll show you where to go to get all the help that you need. Just call me. I'll link you up with the individuals who can help you with your child.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now we are the freestyle segment. Freestyle segment. Freestyle segment is a segment where I allow my guests to do anything. They can sing, they can dance, they can play an instrument, anything freestyle. Nana Educhumwa the first. What would you do for me freestyle?
Let me try and see if I can sing.
Great, great. Please go ahead.
There is a Redeemer, Jesus, God's own Son, precious Lamb of God, Messiah, Holy One. Thank you, Lord, my Father, for giving us your Son and leaving your Spirit till the work on earth is done.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Today has been amazing. My guest has been amazing. Special thanks to Nana Educhumwa the first, the Tufuhima of Otubluhum. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you to DV Unlimited Company Limited, Fast Chapel, our proud sponsors. Thank you to all those who contribute to H4P through our mobile money system. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you to you for tuning in every time. I would not forget my crew. Thank you so much for always being available to make this happen. I'm going to come your way again next week, same time, with your favorite show. Until then, remember, disability is not inability. Thank you so much. We'll come your way again next week. So take care of yourselves and stay safe. God richly bless you.
Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever walk. faith will be